Of course, Tropical Depression Grace is down towards Haiti. We'll have more on that here in just a second. But luckily, it's just a tropical depression this time of year. It could be a full-blown hurricane. So I guess you can say a little bit of good news there as far as the status of that. Like I said, I'll show you that in a second. Let's take a look outside. And right now, we have partly cloudy skies through most of the area. Here's the view from Packard La Prairie at the noon hour, part of our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. Currently 87 degrees downtown, humidity at 59%, and winds are still pretty calm out of the southwest, fairly light to about 1 to 2 miles per hour. Temperatures right now hitting about 90 degrees. We won't go much higher than this through the afternoon. Right at 90 in Woodville, also Orange and Silsbee at 90. Here in Beaumont, west of town at the Municipal Airport, 91. 87 right now in Port Arthur. They had a few showers down there earlier this morning. 89 Kirbyville and Jasper, currently at about 88. Here's radar. We have some activity down towards Cameron Parish in southwest Louisiana. Most of the activity in southeast Texas is up towards the lakes. We can kind of zoom in on that. And you can see north of Jasper, there's some scattered downpours there, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, northern parts of Newton County. And then down around Tyler County, we're seeing some scattered rain, a little bit of a thunderstorm to the north and east of Comanale. Not much in the immediate area of Woodville, but there are a few scattered showers south of there. So there is a little bit of rain around, nothing too widespread. I'm expecting the rain coverages to pick up as we head late in the afternoon and as we go into this evening. We have a front to our north. That's not coming really much farther south. It's going to stay up towards our north, but you can see out ahead of it there is some scattered rain, and like some of those showers are what's working their way right now down into parts of the lakes area, and then there's some scattered rain along the Gulf Coast. Of course, we have a tropical storm getting ready to hit the panhandle of Florida. This is Tropical Storm Fred. The yellow box here is a tornado watch. They usually post those as a tropical system is making landfall. You can see very well on radar the spin here, the heavy rain coming into parts of northern Florida for this afternoon. Here's the latest on Fred. Winds are at 60 miles an hour, moving to the north at about 10. Looks like it's getting ready to make landfall sometime late this afternoon. Tropical storm warnings are up along the Florida panhandle right now. It should move inland, and then by later on tonight into tomorrow, it should start to weaken pretty rapidly and move across the southeastern U.S. So well away from southeast Texas here, but a lot of rain through parts of the southeastern U.S. over the next day or two. As we take a look over towards Haiti, Dominican Republic, this is Grace. Once again, a tropical depression is moving off towards the west. The latest on Grace, winds are at 35 and it's moving to the west at about 15. We'll be watching this one closely as it does looks like it's headed for the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, the track takes it well south of southeast Texas here. Matter of fact, south of the whole state of Texas as a tropical storm as it moves into maybe Mexico on Saturday. Now, of course, it's got to come over a couple of the islands here over the Yucatan. This track could shift as we go through the weekend towards the weekend. So we're going to be watching it very closely. But right now, looks like good news for us as it stays well to our south. We're hoping this track holds true throughout the week. Computer models are taking it right over the Yucatan and into Mexico as we go through the next several days. There's one outlier here that wants to take it up towards southeast Texas, but you can see the majority of all the models taking it into Mexico as we go through this week. So we'll continue to watch it, but right now everything looks pretty good as far as it staying to our south. As we take a look at Futurecast showing the activity as far as scattered showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon, about 60, maybe 70% coverage. That should die down by late in the evening, and then overnight we'll go with mostly quiet conditions, temperatures back into the 70s, maybe a few isolated showers towards the coast. And then tomorrow we'll see some more scattered showers and thunderstorms. Along the coast, mostly smooth, southeasterly winds at 5 knots, no advisory, seas about 1 foot, water temperature at 89 into the Gulf of Mexico. So be ready for some scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Have that umbrella handy. Highs will be in the lower 90s before those kick off. We'll see a south wind at 3 to 8, and then maybe a couple isolated showers along the coast going into the overnight with temperatures back into the 70s. Our 7-day forecast continues to show those rain chances staying fairly high all the way through Friday, 40 to 50% each afternoon into the evening, highs in the lower 90s. Good news is, especially if you have weekend plans, looks like rain chances drop off for Saturday and Sunday.
I know you were mentioning about all Grace and everybody else and Fred and a lot of people on Facebook. There was a lot of chatter over the weekend thinking that, man, hopefully this thing will turn, and it's been going south, thankfully, and it looks like
I mean, as late as yesterday, it had it coming up towards southeast Texas, but over the last couple of model runs, it's really pushed it off towards the south, and hopefully that trend will stay as we go through the rest of the week.
And thankfully, this whole week, it's not going to be a washout. We need some rain, but not a washout at all.
Each afternoon into the evening, be ready for scattered rain.
All right, appreciate it, Jeff.